Discover the difference at B&B Ford.
Your safety comes first with the First Alert Radar Network. First just got faster. From the station that's on your side, News 12, First at 5, continues.
Between Friday night football, arts in the heart, and Border Bash, our area has a lot in store for us this evening. And speaking of Border Bash, our First Alert Chief Meteorologist,
Unfortunately, Sunday does look to be pretty wet for us. We'll have much more on that rain heading our way Sunday in just a little bit.
All right, thanks for keeping us updated on that, Riley. In Richmond County, the first moves have been made for a recall election against Sheriff Richard Roundtree. A recall election is where voters can choose to replace an elected official before the end of their term. Our Taylor Martin is live in our newsroom. And Taylor, break down what's happening for us.
One Richmond County man is making allegations against Richmond County Sheriff Richard Roundtree, and now he's putting those allegations into action. In this recall application, Eric Loggins, who is the husband of solicitor Omika Loggins, says he believes Sheriff Richard Roundtree has, quote, failed to protect the innocent and uphold the law with the failure of his administration to appropriately charge individuals when crimes have been committed and witnesses are present. Those are Loggins' words exactly, and we reached out to the sheriff's office to see if Roundtree would comment on these claims. Eric Loggins says his accusations against the sheriff were years in the making, and I spoke with him today about what pushed him to file the recall.
We need someone that's going to do the right thing for our community. These officials are elected like this individual. And so if he feels as though he can't continue to fulfill his oath, he needs to leave the post and let a real woman or man do the job.
And again, we reached out to the sheriff's office to see if Sheriff Roundtree would comment, but he said, and once someone files a recall, you might be wondering, once someone files a recall application against an elected official, what happens next? Well, all new on News 12 at 6 o'clock. We'll break down the process.
Okay, thanks for that, Taylor. Definitely a story we will be keeping our eyes on as this develops. Well, Columbia County Schools is sending a message to parents today after a student is charged with making terroristic threats. This happening at Grovetown Middle School, and the school says the school district police and school administrators stepped in after a student was threatening other students. Now, the student was charged and removed from the campus and will also be held accountable according to the school's code of conduct. Today, Augusta University and the community celebrating the life of Cowboy Mike, a beloved former professor. Michael Searles retired in 2012, but stayed a well-known figure. He was known for his dedication to educating students about the Western experiences of black cowboys and Buffalo soldiers. This event today honored Searles' life and legacy that he leaves behind. Well, somehow it's already week 5 of high school football, and our News 12 sports director Dan Booth joins us live now to kick off our Under the Lights coverage by helping us get ready for a fun slate of games tonight. Dan.
Will, every week you can just feel that intensity and the sense of urgency for all of these games continue to grow, and no other matchup embodies that more than our Under the Lights game of the week, the showdown between the Thompson Bulldogs and the Laney Wildcats. News 12's Alyssa Lyons joins us live from the Brickyard ahead of a game between two teams that have certainly done a lot of winning We're going to be coming back in a second to Alyssa. We're going to check in on her in a few minutes. But before we do that, we are going to be checking in on Nick Veland, who is over at Harlem High School, getting us ready for a game between Harlem and Aquinas.
Yeah, well, Harlem's coming into this one with a bad taste in their mouth. They are coming off of back-to-back losses with a combined margin of those games being 8 points. It doesn't get any easier for them tonight. They have to face off against an undefeated Aquinas team. And speaking with head coach today, he says that this matchup always is a back-and-forth fun game to be played. And even with back-to-back losses, Harlem still likes where they're at this season, and they're using the losses as motivation to get back into the win column this week.
You look back on the film and you look at what you did well, and you try to continue to do that well. You look at some areas where maybe you didn't play so great and try to improve in those areas, those positions, those spots. You just hope that guys are progressing every week, every day. And at the same time, too, you try to take those losses and try to propel you to something greater, to something more. You know, you want it to kind of to make you feel bad, but to get over it, but also to have that hurt at the same time to make you play harder and work harder and not let it happen again.
And Harlem is off next week, so head coach says that even if they win or lose tonight, they're going to use that week off as a week to refuel and reevaluate their season before they start their region matchups. And coming up on News 12 at 6 o'clock, I'll have more on how Harlem is going to look to get back in that win column tonight.
Thank you, Nick. Whenever Harlem and Aquinas play, something crazy or unexpected always happens, so I'm very much looking forward to finding out how that one shakes out. Now, News 12's Alyssa Lyons joins us live now from the Brickyard, ahead of a game between two teams with Thompson and Laney that have done a lot of winning over the past couple of seasons.
Dan, if you could imagine a more perfect night for football, this could be it, because the field looks beautiful, the sun is out, and the cheerleaders are just getting ready for tonight. If you just take a look over here, everybody's preparing for this big game, because it was a big game last year. Thompson won by 1, and that was after some of the rescheduling because of those shots fired heard outside Laney High School last year. Now, this is a new year and a new season. That's exactly how they're treating it. 4 quarters of uninterrupted football. Now, that start of the season loss for Thompson really made the Bulldogs take a hard look at themselves. In fact, a lot of the athletes came to Youngblood and said, hey, we didn't do a single thing in that game that you told us to do. Since then, it's been all about getting dialed back in, filing the trash talk and a Rolodex, as Coach Youngblood puts it, holding each other accountable and practicing a lot harder.
You know, we have the huddle where we can log on and see kids watching film and how much time they're putting into it outside of what we do with football. And I really feel like that's what has happened over the course of the past 3 to 4 weeks from the first game, is their attention to detail and doing the things that they're supposed to do.
Well, you could say it paid off. The past 2 games, they outscored their opponents 84-7. Coach said it was easy to see why this was chosen as our game of the week. Coming up at 6 o'clock, we find out why he says that.
Thank you, Alyssa. Now stick around, because in addition to checking back in with Nick at Harlem and Alyssa at the Brickyard, I'll be diving into more of tonight's matchups that are going to be exciting to say the least when our Under the Lights coverage continues, all new on News 12 at 6 o'clock.
And we're getting ready with some good music here as well. All right, former President Jimmy Carter will soon turn 99 years old. Just ahead, how you can wish him a happy birthday. Riley?
And we're out here at SRP Park. We just started. Jay and the Bootleggers behind me, having a great time out here. We'll take a look at the forecast for you coming up just after a short break.
Time and
low 60s, upper 50s, and those afternoon highs will continue to stay just a little bit below average.
All right, thanks, Riley. Across the river, Arts in the Heart is happening now. More than 100 vendors and local artists are in downtown Augusta right now, ready to enjoy this busy weekend. Our Hallie Turner joins us live from all the fun. And Hallie, what's the energy like down there right now? Looks like you've made some friends.
Oh, I have. Well, let me just let you take a look at all this. We're in the Filipino tent out here with the Philippines, and you guys have been preparing for this all week. You give up everything in September. You guys give up everything in September, so kind of talk about how you have prepared for this.
Okay, see, we are the Philippine American Association of the CSRA. We are a non-profit organization. We do this once a year. We're trying to raise money to get a building, but it takes a lot. So we started preparing for this on Monday, and then we have barbecue on a stick, pancit.
Let's look at it. So, all right, let's pan over here. So we've got this barbecue on a stick, and you let me try some of this today, and it is so good. We've got the grill masters here. All right, how's it looking?
It's good. It's good. Looks juicy.
It's good. It's good. We're gonna take a walk over here to the real grill master. Right here. Look, my grill, my rules. Is that right?
That's right.
That's right. Tell us what all of this is.
If we ain't smoking, we ain't opening.
Good. Well, they've got. Tell us what else you got. Look right over here. They've got noodles. They've got egg rolls. It's hot grease. It's a mess.
We have the egg roll.
It's hot.
We have the roll, which is the banana roll.
And loud music.
And then we have the pancit, but there's no pancit.
Oh yeah, awesome. Well, look, we've got a lot of food requests from the newsroom, and I don't know that I'm gonna have enough arms to carry all of this food back.
And everybody, please come to the Philippine stand.
She wants everyone to come to this tent, but you know, a lot of people have been crunching their egg rolls in my ear. One man said he gave it a 20 out of 10.
Okay, thank you
so
so
if
much.
anyone wants some food from here, you better text my phone. I don't know if I'll have enough arms.
And
but
we thank everybody for coming.
Awesome. Well, we're going to take a look from some of the viewers that are viewers, but yes, they're down here tonight and checking with some of the kids on some of the activities they're doing. But we'll
we get some food back here in the newsroom, so I'll send you a text here shortly. But just goes to show how important this support is from the community to a lot of these vendors out there at this festival. And again, if you are interested in going this weekend, we have everything that you need to know about Arts in the Heart on our website at wrdw.com. Thanks for that, Hallie.
Apple unveils a new iPhone, the iPhone 15. Is it a big deal, and is it worth the upgrade? I'm Jamie Tucker. Coming up, we'll hit the high points to help you decide.
First Alert Radar, powered by Jim Hudson Lexus Acura Cadillac.
South Carolina.
Whether you're a farmer, hunter, contractor, or weekend warrior, North Augusta Customs is your authority in trucking accessories. From hitches to step bars, toolboxes to tonneau covers, leather interiors, or window tinting, North Augusta Customs is committed to being your go-to shop. Your exclusive dealer of spray-on bed liners and truck gear accessories by Lighthouse, both backed by a nationwide lifetime warranty. North Augusta Customs, located just across the river on Jefferson Davis Highway and on nacustoms.com.
I owe this massive thank you to everyone who takes the time out of their day to donate. They saved my life, and I'm so grateful for that.
Well, this week, Apple held its annual fall event and introduced the new iPhone 15 and a new Apple Watch. Both cost hundreds of dollars, but is it worth it? Our consumer tech reporter Jamie Tucker has the answer.
Well, sometimes a new iPhone is exciting. This one, the iPhone 15, not that different from the iPhone 14, but it still may be worth an upgrade for some iPhone users. iPhone 15 improvements mostly under the hood. It's faster, the cameras are an improvement. It's also simpler to switch to portrait mode in photography. It gets the dynamic island that displays music playing, phone calls, and Uber information, and the screen is a little bit bigger. No huge upgrades from the 14. In fact, Apple spent a little more than 2 minutes unveiling it, less than it spent on talking about its environmental impact.
So we're bringing USB-C to iPhone 15.
The biggest difference users will notice is the charging port. The Lightning port is out, USB-C is in, and can charge other Apple devices. Now, the iPhone 15 Pro has significantly better cameras and fast enough for gamers to play Apple's version of console games. Now, the Apple Watch Series 9 is faster than the previous model, of course, and with this new feature that allows you to answer and hang up calls and other things just by pinching your fingers together. The Series 9 also comes in 2 new colors, pink and starlight. So who should upgrade? My opinion, anyone with an iPhone 12 and older, anyone with an Apple Watch Series 7 and older, not necessarily to the brand new devices, because remember, last year's watch and phone dropped in price by $100. That's What the Tech. I'm Jamie Tucker.
Well, the oldest living president ever deserves a huge birthday celebration. Reporter Abby Casoris found out how you can share your birthday wish for former President Jimmy Carter.
Here at the Jimmy Carter Presidential Library, they're already busy planning a big birthday celebration. Jimmy Carter turns 99 on October 1st. They're lowering admission prices that day to just 99 cents.
He is the oldest living president of the United States ever, and we are celebrating all the things he has done.
Tony Clark says the library is preparing to host visitors who want to feel closer to Georgia's only president.
I don't think anyone has ever left the presidency with the amount of dignity and caring for other people that Jimmy Carter has.
It's bittersweet. Carter's grandson, Jason Carter, shared the lives of Jimmy and Rosalind Carter are coming to an end as they battle health challenges at home in Plains, Georgia.
Wish him the best and a very happy birthday.
Declining health, another reason people want to make sure that they can share what Carter means to them.
You really are making the world a better place and have made it such a better place. It's moving.
People from across the world are submitting pictures and videos. Your photo could be the special puzzle piece to complete the bigger picture.
Just to thank you for the life you've lived, for the example you've set for everybody.
The day will start off with a naturalization ceremony. 50 people will become Americans. Then at noon, the museum will open up. There'll be a big birthday card for people to sign, cake, food, music, and lots of games. In Atlanta, I'm Abby Casoris.
All right, thanks, Abby. Today, $10,000 in Columbia County's student lunch debt was paid for by the Abilene Baptist Church. Now, according to the county, this wipes out all current debt, but the debt varies month to month, so the church is encouraging others to donate as well so that no student goes hungry.
It takes a village to raise a child. So the education system, as far as our district, is one element, but it truly takes the community in order to achieve success and actually allow that child an opportunity for true student achievement.
Parents who need help paying for school lunches can apply for aid. That information is on our website, wrdw.com.
Wait, this will be quick. And we are still live here at SRP Park. We're going to have a look at the forecast for you and take a look at the sights around SRP coming up just after a short break.
Every day is a fresh.
Expecting low temps down near 60, so the coolest morning we've seen so far this week. Storms are expected Sunday, so try to get those weekend plans on Saturday, and then next week is going to be gorgeous.
All right, thanks, Riley. Stick with us. We have more live coverage from Arts in the Heart and Border Bash coming up on News 12 at 6 o'clock.